Hello dearies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Selassie. I'm a registered nurse here in Ghana. In today's video, I want to talk about 5 things you can expect whilst you are going to nursing school in your first semester. I know that January this year, a lot of you, my subscribers, are going to school for your first year in nursing school. Congratulations, by the way. And those of you who have not gotten admission, don't beat yourself up. I know it's painful and frustrating, but you get it the next time, okay? Okay. So what 5 things should you expect in your first semester of nursing school? The first thing that is going to happen is you guys settling into your new environment. Is, you know, if you've been to the boarding school before, this process will just be like the old one, like you getting your room and all of that. I've said it in my previous videos that if you want to be a hosteler, go a day before. Like the fact that you watched my video, you know, you should have this apport. Go a day before so that you can get a good room to stay in, a good bed to lay your head on. So the first thing is settling in your new environment, putting your things together, knowing where to put your things and all of that. If you go a day before, by the next day when everybody is coming in, you are almost settled in, you are familiarizing yourself with the environment. And your seniors will be there to help you settle in. I remember our time, I think the next morning they called all diploma students, and that's where we got to know, oh, you're also coming to do diploma. Okay, you're also doing diploma. Like the first week is mostly for settling in, getting to know the environment. You know where your class is, like some of the nitty-gritties, some of the simple things that will help you know your way around campus will be done in this first week of the semester. Then progressing, you have your orientation. So you settle in, then second, you have your orientation. With orientation, you'll be oriented to the school environment. We also have orientation to the affiliated health facilities where you go and have your in-school clinicals. Ours was at the Winneba Municipal Hospital. So we were all put on a bus and we went to the hospital just to orient us on that this is where you come to for your in-school practicals, and we were shown the various wards in the hospital. I'm someone who is scared of dead bodies, so we were moving around and they were like, so now we are going to the mortuary. I'm like, hey, more Abani. Up to today, I still have the picture of what we saw there buried in my memory. I'm still scared of dead bodies. So we will be oriented to your affiliated hospital and then to know your way around, because the next time you might be going there, the tutors, it's only the preceptors that will go with you, but the tutors will not be part of it. So they take the time to do these orientations so that when they say the bus is in, get inside the bus for your clinicals, you know exactly where you are going. During the orientation to your courses, you have to choose your class captain. So if you want to be a class captain, this is your chance to like raise your hand, because at this stage, everybody is kind of shy and keeping to themselves. So you can just raise your hand and then be the class captain. The guy who was our class captain from first year went on to become the SRC president for our year. So if you want leadership roles and you want to be in the spotlight, this is the time for you to become the class captain, okay? You know your class tutor. Every class has a class tutor who attends to the problems and challenges that the class will be facing. The next activity is verification. During our time, the verification was done after we went to school, like when we started schooling. That's where they take your certificates and go and verify with WAEC to make sure your name is right, you are who you claim to be, with the result slips that you came to apply with. Be sure that you are who you are. And I remember that time, some people had to be sacked from the school because their results didn't sync with the verification checks. And I think for me, I had to also pay more because my name was not well arranged. It's Selassie Belinda Agbogan on some and Belinda Selassie Agbogan on others. So I had to pay more for the verification to be done so that I don't get sacked from the school. But now I don't know if the verifications are done before your admission into the school, because on the health training portal, you see that the statuses keep changing. You are invited for interview, shortlisted, and then verified before you receive your admission letter or admission message. And back then, if the checks if they find something wrong with the checks, they dismiss you from the school. So I don't know if that is what happened also on the portal, that when they do the checks, they see that there's something wrong, and so then the status changes. Because I know some of you complained to me that your status changed from verified to invited for interview. So I don't know if that is what is happening now. I'm still looking into it because I don't understand the new system. Ours was all done manually. So you bring your documents, they go and verify, and then whatever happens, they let you know. But this time, I don't know if it's the same thing that is done online. I'm still looking into it, and then I'll give you feedback when I get proper information, okay? Okay, so you do verification. And then the next thing is indexing. Indexing is putting your personal data in the Nursing and Midwifery Council database to acknowledge that you are a student going through training to become a nurse or a midwife. So they put your personal info in a database. I think now it's online, but you do it in the school. So you put in your data, your personal data, the program you are running, with all your documents, your WASI, the results slip that you applied with, and the programs you'll be doing, the courses you'll be doing, all of that will be entered into the database. And when the indexing is completed, you receive a letter from NMC with your unique code stating that you have been fully indexed and that NMC recognizes you as a student. And that is the code that will be used to register you for your licensing exam. So for me, yeah, I got this letter from NMC. So you have their logo, and that's the unique code. That's the unique code there. So this is your key to licensing exam. That's why I keep telling you that if you are applying to a school, make sure that the school is accredited and recognized by NMC. So if the school is recognized and accredited by NMC, you go through this process. You go through this process, which secures your training, which secures your license in the future. Because without this indexing, you can't register for the licensing exam, and then you can't write the exams to get your license to practice. So every proper accredited school will do this for you. Every proper accredited school will do indexing for you to get you into the Nursing and Midwifery Council database. After the indexing, you get your logbook for your clinicals. So every vacation you go for clinicals, and then you log it in the logbook. And at the end of your training, NMC will take that logbook to assess how well your training has been also. So you get your indexing form, your unique code. After indexing, you get your code of ethics, and you also get your logbook or clinical practice book. And you submit it during your licensing exam. After going through the training, you submit your logbook. After your verification and indexing, and they are sure that you are going to be a full student of the school and you'll be trained in that school, they do your matriculation to fully welcome you into the school. And most schools will hold a ceremony, a matriculation ceremony, to welcome you into the school. And that is where you also get to know some of your tutors and your principal, and like the administration board, you get to know them also. And most times before your matriculation, you're already doing classes, you're already going for lectures and all of that. I think a month after our admission, we did our matriculation a month after our admission. So by then we had already started class. If you want to know what to expect in your first year of nursing school, click on this video and watch that, because I go in depth into the academics and the things to expect with your learning style, your teaching style, and all of that. Click here and watch that. Like this video, share and subscribe if you've not done that yet, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.